A very good morning to all of you children. Now that we are done with chapter journal and we have seen how to pass journal entries, then we have completed the chapter ledger where we have seen how to post the journal entries in the ledger format with debit and credit column. It is right time for us to understand what is a trial balance. So the chapter of discussion today is trial balance. Trial balance is a statement which shows the balances in the accounts maintained in the ledger and cash book balances, that is cash and bank balances. See children, we have been doing accounts, learning it. We have learned how to pass journal entries and we know how to prepare ledger. So this chapter actually is going to teach us that whatever accounts we have done till now from transaction which were converted to journal entries, then journal entries which were posted into ledger accounts. This trial balance, after preparing it, will teach us and allow us to know whether we are doing our accounts correct or not. Now we are going to see the preparation of trial balance which is prepared purely on the debit and credit balances of ledger accounts. So a trial balance is actually a statement. Remember, it is a statement just like bank reconciliation statement which is prepared with the debit and credit balances of the ledger accounts. This is important. So we know how to prepare ledger accounts, and by preparing every ledger account we arrive at either debit balance or credit balance. If the debit side of ledger is equal to credit side, then there is no balance. So what should be our focal point while preparing trial balance is the balance of a particular account, that is ledger account. So when we prepare it, it checks the arithmetical accuracy of the books of accounts. This I'll explain you. What do we mean by arithmetical accuracy? So what I just spoke to you, I have written it here. After passing the journal entries and posting them into the ledger, the balances of each account is taken into trial balance, either as debit balance or credit balance. Suppose there is no balance, then we will not take those heads into trial balance. If it has a debit balance, it will come in the debit column of trial balance. If the ledger has a credit balance, it will go into the credit column of trial balance. Now all ledger accounts showing debit balances are written in debit column of the trial balance, while the accounts showing credit balances are written in credit column of the trial balance. Since under the double entry system, for every debit there is an equal and corresponding credit. I hope you all know this now. Therefore, the total of debit column must be equal to the total of credit column if the trial balance is prepared without error. If they agree, I mean if the debit column and credit column total is equal, that means it is agreeing. It means both the aspect of each transactions have been recorded in the correct side of the ledger. Children, you must remember that when we pass journal entries, we have passed entries with the help of transactions given to us in the questions. With those entries, we have prepared ledger accounts. Now those ledger balances, either debit or credit, are going to appear in this trial balance, and if everything has gone correct right from the beginning without error, then what is going to happen is the debit column of trial balance will be equal to the credit column of trial balance. But this is important. However, matching of two sides, that means debit side and credit column and debit column of a trial balance does not mean that recording of transactions in the books of account is completely error free. It only ensures arithmetical accuracy or correctness of posting. So later on when we move in the chapter, you will see that despite there are errors, a trial balance can match. That is why it is said it is only checking the arithmetical accuracy or correctness of the books of account. It does not give 100% guarantee that the accounting done right from the journal stage to the ledger and ledger to trial balance has gone error free. So you must remember that trial balance is a statement with debit and credit columns. Now we'll see the features of trial balance, which are very simple to understand. Trial balance first feature or characteristic is that it is a list of balances of ledger accounts. Children, remember either the debit balance or the credit balance of a ledger is shown in trial balance. That is why it is known as a list of balances of ledger accounts. Number two, it can be prepared on any date if the accounts are balanced. Generally, it is prepared after some, a time duration is completed, maybe end of the month or a quarter. But actually, it can be prepared on any date if your ledger accounts are completed. So, ledger accounts are mostly closed at the end of the month. So, at the end of the month, it is quite advisable to prepare trial balance. But the businesses, they take either quarterly basis or half yearly basis to prepare trial balances. Number three, it verifies the arithmetical correctness of posting of entries from the journal to the ledger. This we are going to understand from the questions which we will do. Number four, it is not a conclusive proof of the accuracy of the books of accounts since some errors are not disclosed by the trial balance preparation. So that is what I want to say, that even if there is error appearing in the trial balance can match. Then number five, it is helpful in preparation of financial statements, which means trading and profit and loss account. That is what is financial statements. So these are the main points of features of trial balance. Now we move with the objectives and functions of trial balance, which are similar to the features. Number one, it, it is prepared to ascertain the arithmetical correctness of ledger accounts. That means whether the entries have been passed correct, debit is at the right place, credit is at the right place, then the posting in the ledger account is correct, and finally the posting of the balances from ledger to trial balance is in the right column. That is what is arithmetical correctness. Number two, to help prepare financial statements, which are also known as final accounts. Children, very soon after our half yearly exam, we will be moving with chapter financial statements, which will teach us to find out the net profit of the business, which is called income, and then it will also teach us to prepare the position statement by making balance sheet. So that is a part of financial statements as a chapter, and trial balance is the basis of preparing financial statement. Just like journal entries have transactions with which they are prepared, then the base or the source of preparing ledger account is journal entries. Similarly, the trial balance, which we will learn in this chapter, will help us to prepare financial statements, which will include trading account, profit and loss account, and balance sheet. Then trial balance help us in locating errors. There is a chapter coming up known as rectification of errors. After half yearly examination, we are going to do that chapter. So we will see that trial balance is a help in locating errors also and then rectifying them. So before we rectify anything, the locating the error is more important, which will be helpful with trial balance. And finally, it is a summary of each account. Whatever accounts we open in debit and credit in journal entries will be posted to the respective ledgers, and the final balance of that particular account, like bank account or purchase account or sales account, will be shown in trial balance. Hence, it is a list or a summary of each account. This is about objectives. The explanation is given in the book with the same points. I have noted the same points here in the video, which are given in the books also. Now we are going to see how is a format of trial balance prepared. So children, this is format of a trial balance, where there are four columns. Right from the left, there is a column heads of ledger accounts. That means whatever is the name of your ledger account, you have to name it in this column. The next second column is standing for ledger folio, which generally goes blank in our case. Then the third column is debit and the fourth column is credit. This will represent the balances of each ledger account. And these are the subheads, whereas the main head given on the top of format is trial balance as on particular date. So whatever date it is prepared, it is mostly the end of the month or a year or half yearly. We have to write that date here, and that is why there is no date column, just like in bank reconciliation statement. And finally, when you are done with the debit and credit postings in these two columns, you write the total. And if everything goes correct, your total of debit column will always be equal to total of credit column. And now I'm going to show you a question which has already been solved, how it looks in a trial balance. So children, you can see this. This is a trial balance of a business firm prepared on 30th November 2018. So this is the right way of writing the heading. Then right from the left column, these are all ledger account balances starting from cash account to bank account to capital account, furniture account, and this way it ends with the last one, which is, according to this question, Zakir Khan's ledger account. So these are all ledger accounts. After preparing ledger, the balances are to appear in the respective column. Now I'll show you. This cash account from the ledger appears on the debit column because cash account is always a debit balance. I hope you all know, in cash book also we have seen that cash account will never be credit, it will always be a debit balance. The bank account of this question has a debit balance of 8,000. Then capital account of this question is appearing at 1 lakh, and this is coming from the ledger balance. Capital is always a credit balance, I hope you all know. Then furniture account, which is appearing at 5,000 in the debit column. Then it is Raj Furniture House, which is having a credit balance. That means Raj Furniture House is a creditor of the business. The next is purchase account, which is always a debit balance, 33,500 here in this question. Sales account, according to this question, appearing on the credit balance, because sales is always a credit. When you prepare a ledger, you will always get the balance mainly on the credit side. Then it is stationery account. Stationery account is appearing at 500 because it is an expense, so it has to have a debit balance. Then it is RK Mart, which is appearing in the credit column. That means RK Mart is a creditor of this business. Electricity charges account, it is appearing at 200, an expense, therefore it will always have a debit balance in the ledger account. Drawings account, whenever you make the drawings ledger, it will always have a debit balance. So in this question it is 2000. Purchases return account is always a credit balance, 2000. Then comes sales return account, which is also appearing in the debit column because sales return account is always a debit balance. We have seen it in subsidiary book also and in journal entries. Then here is Marathi and Company, which is appearing in the credit column. That means the ledger has a credit balance. So Marathi and Company is a creditor of the business. Next is Khosla and Company, again a creditor of the business, so in the credit column. And lastly, Zakir Khan is a debtor of the business, so appearing in the debit column 10,000. So all these postings of this amount right from 1,04,800 to the last amount 10,000 have been taken from the ledger balances. Now finally the total is done. The debit totals up to 1,67,000 and credit also adds up to 1,67,000. When these two columns match, it means the arithmetical accuracy has been proved correct, and we can presume that right from the journal to ledger to the trial balance, things have been done correctly. And so children, this is one solution from book itself. I think example number 1, they have passed journal entries for the transactions. With the help of journal entries, ledger accounts have been prepared, and with ledger accounts, trial balance has been prepared. So when we will have our class tomorrow, online class, we are going to go through this question and solve it, and this will make you understand how a trial balance is prepared. Now, I'm giving you a small tip, children. You must take care that whenever your trial balance is prepared, Assets will always come in the debit balance because assets carry debit balance. See the asset furniture here. This is an asset, it will always be in the debit. Then if it is a liability, it will always go on the credit side. Capital is a liability of the business. It will always go on the credit column. It can never come in the debit side. Whatever are the expenses you can see here, electric charges. Similarly, you have stationery as an expense. So they will always be in the debit column. And whatever is your income will always go in the credit column. In this question, I don't see income other than sale. Sale is only being reflected here and it will always be a credit column. So the tip is, for preparing trial balance, assets will be debited, liabilities will be credited, expenses will be debited, and incomes will be credited while preparing the trial balance. So that is all about our chapter trial balance, which is another simple chapter to understand first. Then practice will make us understand better what is actually trial balance. So tomorrow's online class, we are going to practice trial balance questions. All of you be there in the class, and the knowledge of this video will be utilized there with solution of question. So make note of all this content in your copy. It's already given in the book, but then book has a lot of extra things which you do not require in the beginning for the chapter. As we move ahead in the chapter, your understanding will be very clear. Now remember one thing, trial balance will be prepared with the help of ledger account balances. That is what all about this chapter is. And take care, have a wonderful day ahead, and keep studying and preparing for examination. Thank you. God bless you all.